Hey,
Good day,
Ryan.
Jay. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Uh, I was certainly interested in hearing what you had to say about Brawl a Day. I have a little bit of a different take
Yeah, I'd love
on
to
it.
hear it.
Uh, so, the thing about it is, first of all, I felt part of what bugs me is Magic has a very, let's call it mature gamer wise, not mature in any other sense, but
Old?
refined game
You mean?
experienced. So every other game in December has a holiday event, which is free content and goodies for the players. Magic put up a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
The Magic audience realizes this. It is, I in some ways, I don't want to. It's not. I mean, people are naturally insulted
Mm-hmm.
by it. I mean, it should have been. This is. I mean, this is the holiday. I mean, they put Brawl a Day. I mean, it has holiday in it. Here's your holiday promotion. Please give us a bunch of money, and we're going to charge more than we do anyway. And that's, I think, where a lot of the negative reactions coming from.
That's fair.
It's just, wrong presentation. There may be some sort of validity in charging for a special format, although I do agree with a lot of people's comments. We paid for the cards, and that's the monetization system. Creating new ways to use them is part of their obligation. And I'm sure they're going to send out to everyone 3 booster packs of who knows
Mm-hmm.
what. But it's you do put content in. That's the thing. And this is, coal under your tree.
Yeah, it's that's fair. So let me ask you this though: if they called it, brawl event, whatever, and they did it in the middle of June, and everything else was exactly the same, would it?
I
How would you feel about it?
believe it would not have had. Well, understand my comment is community reaction. I still think they're doing something wrong because they have a monetization system, so there are ways to min max, and there are certainly certain lines you don't cross. There is, I feel like that there is a good faith implicit contract between Wizards of the Coast and the players. And sure, it's a good faith implicit contract. They can break it legally. But when they do, that's when they get negative feedback. And people buy cards based on the good faith in the Wizards of the Coast. That they won't break certain lines. That they're not going to reprint in paper Ancestral Recall based on they're going to create new sets on a reasonable schedule. That they're going to have a place to play with them. And when anyone breaks that, especially when Wizards breaks that good faith agreement, that's problematic. And creating new ways to play on a regular basis is something that the digital gaming community has taken up on a whole. And Wizards of the Coast, by virtue of Arena, is part of the digital gaming community and has to behave by those good faith agreements.
Fair enough. I don't think we're
So,
in
anyway.
disagreement. I'm just more of the, yeah, it feels off, and Jay clarified it with some good reasons why. And vote with your vote with your time and money if you don't like it. That's the bottom line. If you really love Brawl, but are really cheesed off by this move by Wizards, you have to have the discipline not to support that queue and let them know that way. So it looks like.
So I have one other odd little
Mhm.
story. You saw the Dragon Whelp. So I created the first Dragon Whelp avatar for the Xbox way back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, it's been somewhat of an iconic little dude for the card game.
Yeah. Um, I actually have the original artwork for it on my wall.
Oh, wow. Cool.
For the Xbox One. The Xbox One, if you remember, Xbox avatars have a character on them. So the animation that I actually designed and certainly didn't do the art, but did the design work for, the player throws out a little egg that hatches into a dragon whelp that flies around and then sits on your shoulder.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I think guru means towing, but I don't know what you mean by me towing the company line. If I were towing the company line, I'd be trying to sell you on how awesome this structure is, and that you should give it a chance, and it's totally worth it because it'll pay for future features and stuff. As it is, I'm saying feels icky, and if you feel the same, you shouldn't do it. So I don't know how that's towing the company line, but to each their own. Let's talk Magic now, in terms of decks and card choices.
Absolutely. So you've got a fascinating deck in front of you. And I can't claim this. This came, I've tweaked it a bit, but the core concept came from a deck that someone did 5-0 with in a MTG, in a, Magic Online standard queue. And there's still a lot of tweaking to occur with it, but it's the first fun Niv Mizzet deck that I felt was actually good as well. The deck is crazy. I mean, it's all over the place, but basically, right now the metagame is very, very vulnerable to because I found I was often you play a fires early for a speed burst at times, but you'll often disenchant it afterwards, which is also crazy. Kane sorcery into the deck to reshuffle all your big spells because you'll sometimes play them more than once. But basically, the deck plays mana acceleration, much like a Golas or a Fires deck, and then again drops out big things, but it gets huge amounts of card draw between Niv Mizzet and Escape to the Wild, which it also occasionally will just use for more acceleration. The deck really likes to get up to 10 to 12 mana. I mean, this thing is crazy and weird and solid. It's not perfect as deck go, but it's really pretty good, and it's a
Certainly
blast.
a weirdo.
It is.
All right,
And
let's try
anyway,
this.
it was so interesting. I wanted you to play it because it's awesome.
I don't know if this is our current deck in Stream Decker, though. Let me make sure it is. Decks.
It's what right now I've been playing in several tournaments, not because it's the strongest deck I necessarily own, but it's just so much fun.
All right, so first here's a link to the MTG Goldfish deck, and now I'm going to make sure it's our current deck. Okay, it is. All right, good. So this should work too. We Stream Decker bot should get that. Oh yeah, it's not. It's Skype kind of muffles the audio, so it goes. Let's just do a standard rank to start here. Oh, I should also. Let's see. I need to update down here. I do want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom. I don't often do my spiel on Card Kingdom before we do Constructed Afternoons, but they are my sponsor, and they're awesome, and I thank them. And if you have physical Magic needs, I sure hope you check them out through my affiliate link down below in those panels. All right. Sorry, Oppo will be right there. Just getting that set up, and then I'll try to remember to adjust my details soon. Looks like we can keep this triple growth spiral.
Absolutely. No, this is just fine. You've got a Niv Mizzet. And you've got the ability to get it out accelerated.
Yeah, we're starting. We got how many of our colors? 4 of 5 already represented.
So yeah, no, it's looking good.
Probably Temple first because it must enter tapped, and it still
yes.
does supports turn 2
does
spiral.
Green, we want turn 2 green spiral. Yeah, figuring out the right mana play is really tough for this. Okay, well we know what they're playing. They're playing fires.
So we don't have any red yet. I'm gonna bin this in the pursuit of red.
Good call.
And then okay, let's see. What is it? Title. I think this is the right command to change my title.
Make sure to play the island now. And if you want to do the lazy way, you might as well.
Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Is there any 1-drops to get?
No. So we're a little overloaded on the blue, but
well, Paradise Druid helps unlock.
That does help. So we need to get the Paradise Druid, and we need to Thought Seizure them.
Okay, so no growth spiral this turn then for you.
Well, sorry, we need to. No growth spiral. I don't.
It's fine because we're going to Niv Mizzet if.
Yeah, we're fine. We can Niv Mizzet. So Thought Seizure and Paradise Druid in whichever order you prefer.
Wow, Justice, Cavalier, Sphinx, Tef. What do we hate the most here?
I think you hate the most. No, the Cavalier of Flame, probably.
Because we don't care if they bounce Niv as much.
They're not going. It doesn't matter. The game's going to be on a different take. Cavalier is their action, and we can't take away both their removals.
Yeah, that's that.
Well, we're going to draw it into our hand after we Niv, or actually, well, yeah, sure, keep it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're going to draw it for our turn though. So
it'll draw for our turn. Anyway, when we don't get extra cards for Niv, it would have been best to put it underneath. Sorry, that was a mistake on my part. Oh, that was a good top deck for Alpo.
Yeah, was hoping to catch a fires. Instead, they found one. We have this.
That's okay. Mm-hmm.
Do we get them all?
You get them all.
Because if they're the same color pair, we don't, right? And then...
Correct. And then it'll give you a choice. But in this case, it didn't give you a choice.
Oppo felt that was enough.
5-1 card advantage, even though we did make a play error, is a lot to recover from, especially when we took all their card power out of
They don't know it was a play error.
They don't.
All right, let's try that again. That was fun.
It is. Niv Mizzet in the right deck is kind of amazing. And by the way, David, we don't really care at that point because our hand is full of gas, and hopefully we're going to dump out a bunch of lands and other cool action. I'll leave your question, Dionysus, for Ryan. But anyway, that hand is perfectly reasonable.
I'm done eating now, so I think the accidental muting should be done. But I was saying this looks good. If we can get a couple extra land, we'll be playing free Niv Mizzets on 5 and everything. I do need some land help, though.
You do.
I guess we want to play lands that if we get the green-blue spell, we're going to want.
Right. Green-blue or black-blue are the two to drop. Green-blue is probably your better bet. And playing the land is actually, I've sat in the tank and had Oppo complain about me a couple of times because I've been thinking about lands, just figuring out how to
Yeah.
play them. Good call.
Got lucky there.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. This does get run over pretty hard by aggro.
Well,
but
yes and no. The weird thing about it is if you can get out the ethereal absolution enchantment, you lock a lot of them.
I bet play draw makes a big difference here on surviving
It
aggro.
makes a huge difference. Huge.
It's like an extra turn of Oppo attacking to survive through.
Well, given the better red deck, I have had it knock me out on turn 3.
It's totally possible to do that.
When you drop out 2 lands and that's your entire play for the game, that's pretty bad. And I would have won had I had 3 lands.
All right, so we got a temple. If we play this, we can play fires if we play this.
But we don't have anything to drop under.
No,
fires.
But it does set up next turn being able to drop 2 5s. But right now our only 5 is Niv.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, right. No, sorry. It's not about total mana. It's total land. Okay, so given that, we should temple?
You temple. It's weird, isn't that? So we don't have. What colors are we missing?
Well, white. Although we're not missing anything with Paradise Druid, but if we want to be sure, we can keep it.
Well, next turn we can drop Niv. Is what we want.
Okay, so we'll keep that.
Yeah, and I think keeping a land, as we saw from the other one, is. It's good to keep a land in the hand.
Yeah, and then because then we can actually do the 5s after that.
Because it's okay to play a second Niv Mizzet after you play the first one.
Sure, it's just a card draw spell at that point.
Absolutely.
You can have the 6/6 dragon. We just want the cards.
Pretty much. Honestly, you do want the 6/6 dragon. It makes something for them to play with, so they're not bothering you.
Casualties of War is going to be good in this one. I don't think they really play Planeswalkers in this deck. We're not going to get the 6 for 1 or 5 for 1.
This is the most annoying deck ever to play against. This is the sacrifice and playing out.
What we really want is for them to play the oven so I can get that. But yeah, we'll Niv Mizzet here.
But for now, let's get a Niv Mizzet and fill our hand.
Draw 10. It could happen. Actually, I don't know if it could happen. Is there all 10 color pairs in the deck?
I don't think there's all 10. I usually get 4 or 5 like this.
Oh, I see. I think I'm selecting things, but I'm not doing anything.
No, okay. You're not. You're not selecting. They're already in gold. That's because you have to take those.
No choice.
No choice. And you're going to have to discard a little too.
Double casualties should be pretty good here.
You probably want to,
keep Growth Spiral, and then we can Growth Spiral casualties.
That's. Well, you can't really, because if you go Growth Spiral and then Fires, you've played your 2 cards for the turn.
Right, that's true.
That's why Fires is often. This is why I've reduced it. The deck started with 4, I believe, and I'm down to 2 because it's not that good in here.
Well, what do we want to discard though? Niv.
I think you want to drop. Maybe I think you want to drop a Niv, and I think you want to drop a Thought Exposure.
Yeah, Eraser's not doing much here.
That's 2?
2, but we need 3.
We need 3.
Night of Autumn could destroy enchantments.
No, don't get rid of that.
Need the land. All right, we got sticking down Teferi. Is it just Teferi?
Teferi. Dump Teferi. Kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever said
it's
that
like
before.
Neither of us want to let this guy go, but
and maybe I think the right thing may have been the other casualties.
Yeah, maybe we're clinging to double casualties, but I think if we fire them off, they lose.
Usually.
Growth is another option. I mean, honestly, I think it was more about deciding what we want to keep. And so that was kind of, we want to keep the fires, we want to keep the night.
You see why I'm trying to fit the Felden Cane enchantment into this deck? You just want to keep doing what you're doing.
I think it could have been Growth or Teferi. But you're right, Growth is not great as one of your spells after fires. Yeah, we weren't expecting 6 until the turn after this anyway, in terms of fires casting free casualties and stuff.
Weirdly, one of the cards you really like to keep is the 5-cost draw after the other one. The green-red one, because it lets you put 2 lands out.
Green-red. Yeah.
Sorry, you're going to have to live through them doing their thing.
That's right. We got things to talk about anyway, so.
Yeah. So the deck doesn't have a lot of global removal in it, and that may be something that needs... Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, so now we can go Temple Garden, Growth Spiral, Blood Crypt, Fires, and set up the next turn, right? Do you like that?
Perfectly reasonable. Or you could actually, if you can get the Night of Autumn out, if you can get the Growth Spiral and Night of Autumn and take out their enchantment, that really cripples them.
Yeah, they are getting some value out of the trail, so you want to do that. Yeah, we can do it, because we can do this and still have Temple plus Temple for Growth. Although maybe we should do that first. See what we find. And that still leaves us with Night of Autumn. Yep, whatever auto tapping it's doing. Third casualty. Put this in tapped and Knight the enchantment. Do you like just staying back here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely on the D.
Yeah, we're just, because, right, if we just resolve these, we can't lose.
Right, because, you know, in next turn, you can either drop out your fires and casualty or you know, just cast casualties. I'd probably fires casualty. You've got plenty of ways of getting rid of it. Don't forget, casualties destroys fires. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I often do that in this fight. Don't block. Yeah, no block. Weirdly, yours is going to be bigger than theirs in just a moment. Oh, good put. Nice top.
So, is it though? I mean, what are we don't have fires. We only do one thing after the fires, right? So,
right. Fires, and then you have to come up with one. I guess it has to be casualties to kill one of the 3/3s.
Well, it could also be ethereal to kill the druid and turn these into 2/2s and this into a 3/2 so that we have blocks.
That's true too. That's legit. I mean, or if you're concerned about it, dropping out the wolf and killing one, and because remember, he comes out, he creates a wolf that fights.
That does give us extra creatures.
Yeah, go with ethereal. That I think that's a little safer, and that's what you care about.
All right, ethereal or wolf are the most likely plays. We're going to try the ethereal.
Yeah. By the way, you can see, folks. So this is crazy hard to figure out what to play.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
I mean, we have 3 really good choices here, and we're still under enough pressure that we could lose.
That's a good point. Observed that wolf, you gain 3, so life. Doing the wolf may have been safer in terms of being sure we survive this turn with all these potential sacrifice triggers.
I almost wonder if casualties get reduced in the deck. Haven't played it a lot. And you put another one of the wolf generators in. It does have Garrick Wolfmaker, which is kind of hilarious with that guy.
This is close because as gurus or as Stephen points out, Oppo could make food with the Gilded Goose, manually sack both foods to double trigger Mayhem Devil, and then get in for 6.
Oh, Oppo had casualties.
Okay, so a similar thing, but now we needed to land there. We still get
no, we're okay. We got it. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all
Go ahead
we
and lead
got
with
because
that.
we don't have free casualties anymore. But if we untap, we can pay for casualties. We got one black here, and green, green.
Or if we top deck a land, no matter which one,
Right.
come into play just fine. You see why I enjoy playing this deck? It's
a puzzle.
You know, it is. It's a neat puzzle, but it's fun. And I think I've mentioned to you a little bit previously that this format is a little bit. I love the creative, but the play in it has been stifling. Finding decks that are fun has been a lot more difficult than usual.
I think we're dead. They got us. Our 3 casualties were not enough to beat their 1. Well, maybe not. Let's see.
We may. That wasn't what we wanted to see.
Yeah, that's bad. That gives them an extra.
2 points of damage, but it's just damage.
Well, they've got cat to bring back 2 with the food.
Oh, they do. You're right. Okay, they've got it. Scoop.
Right. Land put us away.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's play one more with this deck. Then we're going to switch to the other deck, and then I'm going to face my adulting future.
David, you may be very correct. The deck could go up on land count. It also, I've been wondering if it should play Golos.
It's 5 color already. How can we not play Golos when we already have 5 colors?
Because it has a little bit. By the time it gets to 7, it usually wins.
All right, Temple.
Although I guess Golos helps. No, not right now.
But now with the land draw, we have Fabled Passage on 4 for untapped passage. No reason to play anything untapped here other than to bluff something, so we'll enter this tapped.
Looks great.
Teferi's going to bounce this Clover unless they do something sick here.
I'm guessing 2 1/1s.
Nah.
Nope. That was not what Oppo really wanted to do.
All right, we don't need to take pain in this case. We may find a spot later we can temple for no damage. Yeah, they're getting that done before Teferi says they can't.
Oh, nice top
King
deck.
Kenny, yeah, exactly. Kenrith is looking to be in 5 color. Uh-oh. Double draw.
That's okay. Don't really worry too much about what they have.
We're just trying to get our engine going.
Yeah, so we don't have any 3 drops to turn out with fires, but that doesn't mean we don't drop fires anyway.
Let's see. We have red, green. We need black. Get a swamp here. Fires.
Something for them to punch.
What do you like next turn, assuming everything sticks?
I think Niv miss it and something you peel with Niv. Okay. Although it was tempting to go the other way, but I just want to get the 6/6 in the air.
All right, let's drop.
Come and play tap land.
Oh, right, sure. I'm thinking like I need to cast things or something.
Yeah, you're playing the wrong game.
Spiral we probably don't want, although
no, not with fires out. We don't.
No, but like if there's what other things do we have to draw off Niv in green blue?
The next fires.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, but it's still a dead draw.
We just discard it, basically, probably.
Yeah.
So you like Niv over Escape? Because Escape is possible, too. I guess Niv. Let's do Niv.
I want Niv. I think you want the
Sure,
body.
makes sense.
Let them set, use their thing on it. The Midnight Rider. Amazing how regularly this deck can drop out a turn 5 Niv, isn't it? All right. I feel like I'm pulling a slot machine.
Except it's almost guaranteed to come up with some winners.
Even better. A good slot machine.
Not many, but we'll take them.
Oh, no, we got to win. We got what we wanted to play.
Knight of Autumn.
The Knight.
Kill that Clover.
Take out their Clover. Yeah. I mean, they were all excited about being able to twin cast their Midnight Rider. Well, that's fine.
Twin cast it now.
They can lose. Yeah. And never again.
It's just Foulmire. Still pretty good.
Ooh.
Double draw for them. But we got rid of their Clover.
Drawing isn't their way to win this.
So play another Clover, and then we're going to break their hearts with a casualty anyway.
Double casualty.
Double casualty. Ouch.
I wish they had more things to kill.
Good news, everybody. Yeah, Absolution. Let's find Absolution off the top. That would be beautiful.
You could fish for it, but the odds are still pretty low. There's only a pair of them in the deck.
Well, we could escape, and then if we find it, yes, and if not, casualties. Probably better just double casualties, though, huh?
It's probably.
Although I want him to play an artifact. Give us some more. Yeah.
You are welcome to trade your 2-1
Oh,
for
that's
that.
fair.
It doesn't really matter,
but
it's probably right. I guess you'll eventually get your other thing.
This is one of those games that's not going to be decided on whether a Foulmire Knight got in for damage. It's going to be whether or not our thing sticks or not.
This is a good time to use your Fable to get rid of a land.
Okay, sure. Red, red, blue, blue. Get another green, I guess.
So it's interesting. It is a really hard decision as to whether or not you want to play Escape to the Wild here, or if you want to play Double Casualty.
I think I'll start with Double Casualty, because if we save this as a first play when we don't have anything else awesome to do, it really sets us up better for using all of our fires plays.
And knocking out 2 lands of theirs, you're really just land disrupting.
And taking out those the draw engines.
Right, they're draw engines.
So land and creature.
Yeah.
And we'll get rid of the castle.
Although the next one you do, you will get rid of an enchantment. Because you'll take out your own fires.
Well, we don't have to.
Not here, but I'm just saying.
If we want to.
Well, the third one you draw is going to take out your own fires. So that we can
cast all this stuff and keep going.
Right. So you can get the little stuff out of your hand.
Could even argue doing it here.
I don't think so, but but you could.
Because then we get to go growth spiral and escape.
Here. Crazy. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Hit it here.
Land, enchantment, creature.
Nice.
Oh, enchantment and yes. Oh, yes. My 0 hourglasses, so I gotta move here. All right, bought us some time there. Now I think we start with escape.
Good call. If you can play out, use that, get green.
Yeah, we can get one more green.
Spiral.
Yeah, we can just pass.
Growth spiral.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter whether we grow spiral now or on their turn is what I'm saying.
That's true.
If they had blue, we would worry about counters or whatever, but it just doesn't matter. So I'll
Right. And you remember, you got to get rid of the 4 on the right.
We're trying to work through these.
Yes.
$27 Foulmire Knights. I thought you could only use 4 in a deck, but
it's good to have something to fetch out of their graveyard. They use land on the right.
It's not letting me because it's from hand, and that's not technically our hand. It's exile. But we'll play this as our land drop and still be able to do both. Use everything from that 5 cards. That's nice.
Drop that. Play Growth Spiral. See what we draw.
Ooh, sure. We'll keep that.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good thing to draw.
And put this. Let's see. How many do we need? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. So we untap, though. We can get Tolsimir plus. We can't get Tef, though. Are we even doing Tolsimir this turn? I don't think we are, because we're doing Tef. So do we need first. 6 or 7 is the question. 3. I guess we want to do this. So we need 6.
No, we don't want to do that.
You don't want to kill those?
No, not for 2.
Okay.
That deck's full of 1/1s.
All right. Well, then
you want both. You want both Growth Spirals, and if you can, to get the other one out.
Spirals.
1, 2,
so we need 7.
3, 4,
we do
5.
need 7.
Yeah.
If we can manage it all. I haven't looked at our. Oh, we don't necessarily have blue. I guess we got to start here.
We got to start there.
Do we want to give them the Foulmire Knight back? They get to draw from it, but
no, don't give them. Don't give it back.
0.
Just draw a card.
All right, that was not what we wanted. So I guess we go Druid, and I shouldn't have played it untapped because we didn't have the total blue needed.
That is correct.
But we can still Clarion. You sure you want a Clarion?
It's premature. They're going to drop a bunch more 1/1s.
I guess I could have Growth Spiraled then. Maybe that's... Was there one more Growth Spiral we had? Maybe I should have done that.
No blocks. Just let them...
Yeah, instant speed, setting up an instant speed Clarion would be good. Turns out it wouldn't have done what we wanted, but I don't know what they're holding on to given they have a Murderous Rider. Hard to say what they're up to exactly. Probably don't need to do that. Let's Growth Spiral first. See what we draw. Sure.
Clean a land. See how many we have left. We should be about out. Yep.
Yeah, and then this, but we just play this tap. There's nothing. We don't need to do all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we can Tolsimir, but they got Death Touch. I mean, this is what I mean. It's like maybe we should just wait and Tolsimir post Clarion. I think so.
Sure, if you'd like. That's fine.
I don't know what they're waiting on here, but I'm going to give it another turn.
And I think it's okay. I'm not in a hurry. They're not putting any pressure on us. Let's see what Oppo's doing. We're not really ready to kill them. And our deck is a lot thinner than theirs at this point. Having 14 lands out of it.
Maybe they'll play the Rider here? Why are they not playing the Rider?
Well, now we get to find out.
Sure do. What are you doing, Oppo? Maybe it's another Rider they're looking for? Yeah, they got another Rider they're sitting on.
Double casualties is what they're looking
Yeah,
at.
but do you want to take one of those or just take the rider? I think we just take the rider and make him use casualties.
I would take the casualties.
Okay. Well, they're going to destroy whatever we do anyway.
Right. So, might as well take the casualties. It also gets land. Okay, well, at least we know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, casualties. Let's see. If we go Clarion into Tulsimir, or trying to figure out how to get Vraska here. And
so I would kill the 2/1/1s at this point.
do we then get to? Yeah, we can do that after.
Have enough. Mm-hmm. Now, sadly, you can't fight there, but at least this puts pressure and forces them to use them.
Mainly, they don't have the mana to casualties and rider. Oh, no, they can. That's the thing. See, I think we should have taken rider because now they can just rider one of these and casualties the other one. Whereas if we had taken rider, they can't double casualties in the same turn. And now they can get rid of this, and Vraska still lives.
But we've also mostly defanged them. They do have Vraska. I mean, we do have to top deck something.
Yeah, we're obviously out of gasoline here, but got a deck full of it, so.
How large is your deck at this point?
26, and...
Okay, so we're drawing about half the deck.
Yeah, well, not there we're not.
Not there.
I guess we make him give up a rider. Like...
Sure.
I think that's our best chance. But really, we got to find our own.
We have to draw. We get like 2 draws at the deck.
Got 4 casualties. Or how many casualties are in here? Okay,
4.
so there's 2 more casualties left. That would be the big find here. Or even another draw 5. That would be cool.
Yeah, you really want to draw a card.
Yeah,
a draw
Niv
card
would be nice.
To the rest of your deck.
Niv, we have 3 Nivs.
3 Nivs and 2 of the red-green thing. Ethereal wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, Absolution would be fine. Do something.
Family fun. Well, given the amount of mana you have, you could also go fishing in their graveyard.
Drawing our ramp spells. It's not exactly drawing land, but it's pretty close. At least we get to leave them untapped and hexproof.
Well, it looks like they'll give you one more shot at it.
At least.
After the second turn, I think it's going to be pretty hard to come back.
Why is that? I mean, we got chumps.
Just the amount of pressure they're putting on things at this point.
If these weren't hexproof, I'd agree with you. But I mean, we just get to throw these in front of stuff while we dig. Unless
there you go. They have stuff.
Liliana. Well, come on. My opinion was before Liliana showed up.
No, I understand. Mine was too. It was just assuming that they have stuff in their deck. They've just been outdrawing us.
Quite heavily. But here we go. We're going to get our awesome Niv Mizzet top deck, and we're just going to go to town. Niv Mizzet on top 1 time. Dealer, 1 time. Not Niv, but this will be close enough, yes. Oh, buddy.
Family fun.
All right, gotta make sure we don't get screwed by auto tap.
Hold on.
I was just looking.
Sure
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 total mana, so we can get Thought Erasure, Ethereal to Fairy.
Wait, did you count the paradises?
I counted. No, I didn't. So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Play a land 11.
2 lands.
2 lands.
2 lands, part of the effect of that ability.
Oh, right.
Try and play 2 lands out.
So we go this and this. And then that's
both.
12.
12.
So we can go Ethereal and Casualties.
That is correct. Told you the deck likes a lot of mana.
And then we...
Oh, you're very correct. Thank you, whoever mentioned it. Spider said
we should have done...
We needed to get rid of...
Should have done Casualties first.
Yeah.
Fighting the ropes again. You know me. Land. Do they have an enchantment, or is that us? No, that's just us. So we want those.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can still get this one. Obviously, should not have given them extra cards, though. Fun game, if not perfectly played.
Well, that was why I put this deck in. It's the fun of it is really the
lots of
what puts it over
absolution
the top.
Fodder in the yard now and win on their creatures if they don't take care of our absolution. But they're green black. They could easily throw. Oh, we didn't even know they have another casualties. So our ethereal won't be lasting long here. I don't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Man, maybe this is going to take till 1:30 and we won't even play the other deck. The other deck's aggro, though, right? So it shouldn't take. We can get some
aggro,
quick games in with it.
It's an interesting experiment in trying to build black-red and avoiding the oven combo.
All right, we were expecting that.
Interestingly, you have a remarkably high chance of top decking out of this.
Yeah, we just have a lot of action left in the library.
Well, we've got a lot of card draw left.
A lot of that's, I guess, card draw into action. I think of card draw as action, but maybe that's not technically correct.
Well, because we need.
Whenever we talk about all the cards we need, we get.
You've got one more draw. Oh, actually.
Yeah, we get.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be tough.
You make sure you're keeping 6. Well, yeah. Play the Teferi and just. I think I would just pull the trigger here. Bounce it. Or
we got to draw.
Whatever.
Got to find something.
Because you've got to hit a card draw. Not that. You know what? Neither choice would have done it.
Well.
Take out the casualty?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Does that do anything for us as the top?
No, it is too late. Your turn, they're too late for it. Yeah, I think you're gone at this point. I think.
Well.
So, the only problem with Thought Erasure first was the amount of mana you had.
That's all right. We just need to not be damaged by a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Uphill battle here. Well, but we have so much powerful card draw options that we should stick with it. See if we can find a card draw out.
This is part of why I really wanted Kane. This is not the first time that the deck has almost expended all its resources.
And if it could just do it again, maybe it could win.
Exactly. And wouldn't you love to have this deck with a full set of casualties back?
That was not what we were looking for, and I think that's gonna do it for us. Yeah. No bueno. It's all right. Cool deck.
But anyway, fun deck, and that was, what it's here for.
A worthy deck that I will mess around with later, but we're going to switch to Black-Red Rogues here.
Black-Red Rogues. So...
That's this deck?
Yeah, it was fantastic. And let's get the Black-Red Rogues in. And, there's sort of two themes here. One is Rogues, the other is Haste. And just trying to outrace the other things with really good cards. I mean, the amount of power on
Judith.
this is kind of
She's
crazy.
Back.
Yeah, Judith. She's back. She actually can fit into the deck
These
right
are like
now, which
twos.
is kind of nice.
These are like ones. Just trying to see where these... This is kind of a 3 in this deck, it looks like.
4 usually.
So that's the more realistic curve that you're going to get out of this.
That's the more realistic curve.
Although light, obviously not on 1.
Right.
Okay. Seems straightforward. Let's do it.
It is. It's really, and that's what I was trying to get, something, and it's solid enough. Whoops, you're on the wrong deck.
Oh, I switched. What do you mean? I switched it.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it switch. David, it's certainly worth experimenting. That deck is not finished yet. I basically run out of time and have to deliver, and this is what I deliver and refined it to. My favorite thing about the 5-color, while we're still talking about it, is how it's not actually a Fires deck. I mean, as you notice, the one Fires you got, you're disenchanted.
we had to blow up the fires because we were done. You're useless to us now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they all exited stage left by the time the deck was finished. They're at 5.
I thought for sure we were going to get to rob them. Where they go Arboreal Grazer to do the one play they could do to cut under our hand total. We're still going to run it, though.
Either way, you can also drop out the other one.
Yeah, I guess this doesn't get through. We'll do this. This actually attacks through a Grazer next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good point, Dionysus. We were talking about doing a direct challenge today instead of just jumping in the queue. I just actually operated totally under habit. We can do it for a final game, though. I'll figure it out.
Wait on the line.
Hold on.
Swing.
Well, let's see. Oh, yeah. Because if they don't take it, I was going to do it, but Robert still doesn't get under even if we do the land trick. So yes. And then Jay saying wait on the land, of course, because when you connect with light,
now we can play the light.
Oh, don't do that. Auto tap.
Yeah, it does that a lot. Now we've got things we can put out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the Ice Baby, but my memes aren't working there. Here, I'm going to give you a different one, see if it works. All right, so I've got a meme to fix, it seems. We'll go Robber. Well, they both have haste, but let's do Robber first. Robber now.
Sure.
Butcher next turn. And we'll add it to this Robber.
So we're still not sure which flavor of
what are they up to? Paradise Druid is definitely not Simic Flash. That doesn't run Paradise Druid.
I don't think they're 5-color. It looks like they're
just
a variant on the... Yeah, they're a variant on that Flash with Nissa's.
All right. Well, I wanted to robber butcher, but we may just have to let the butcher go and rider. Rider the breeding pool so we can start working. Or no, we just sorry, rider just butcher kills Nissa straight up. But can we? I don't think we can let Nissa do another turn though. Is the thing.
You don't want to let Nissa do another turn.
Yeah, so we got a rider, so we'll do that now.
That's all right. It happens.
And yeah, I trade Enforcer for that land, so we're going to send it in.
I would hold it back because you're not actually on the O.
Yeah, we are. You'll see.
I guess it's okay too if they want to.
Yeah, if they want to come
with
bring it, Manland.
But it has haste. That's our vigilance.
We got a murderous rider for some life gain.
Okay, we know which flavor they are now.
Rankle. What does that get us?
So weirdly, it gets you a successful hit with your rogues because you drop out a land, and well, actually, several of these can. Get you hits.
We could do. You can robber, rider.
Double rob is interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Keep back the other one though. Don't forget to keep back the one.
Oh well, that's also we are just suiciding into the breeding pool. Is that? Do we really want to do that? We could just do Regisaur.
I would
robber. Then we're discarding Rankle.
I would consider suiciding into the breeding pool when you're swinging with two of them.
Yeah. Well then.
And I think that's worth doing.
Okay, so are we swinging with both then?
2 robbers. Yes, 2 robbers, nothing else.
It is in a sense throwing away one of the creatures, but we also get to we're drawing 2 effectively. Yeah, that seems good. Let's get some mana. We can do Regisaur too, but we have to discard Rankle. Let's get some mana. And I see what you mean on the Enforcer. I like it squaring off against the pool here.
Yeah.
Cardinator, the new meme did show. It's not going to come up here because it's, well, it could be Curious Pair. Here, I'll do the new meme since not everybody got to see it. It's for Once Upon a Time or Curious Pair. So cavalier.
Interesting play on their part because you're threatening to take away whatever because they know you've got
their access to their
control.
Yeah,
magic.
That's if we can. Yeah, and even if we, well, I guess we need a creature or land off the top for that to happen.
A creature won't do it, but the land will.
Yeah, a creature wouldn't do it. Land does it though.
Right. And at this point in time, attack with the 1/2. They have to suicide into it, as crazy as that sounds. They have to block it with the 5/6.
Or else.
No, not the other, not the robber.
Oh, is it a rogue? Oh, it's a rogue. Okay, sorry. I was attacking because I was like, oh, I got to attack with a rogue though. But you're right.
No, that one's the rogue you're sending in.
Oh, Mama wants. Well, okay. Let's see if I can get Spectral Sailor for you.
Okay, take their 5/6.
Did it play? I'm having sailor problems too. I think I'm having mean problems. Sorry.
You realize you have 3 of their cards in a red-black deck?
Nice. Sorry, folks. I appreciate that you're redeeming. I'll give you another Once Upon a Time because it actually seems to work, but I got to do some debugging here. Seems like the new animation I added is working and none of the other ones are. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads. There you go, that's for Mama. All right, they're attacking. We could double block. Hey, what happened? Did it not work?
They stole yours.
Okay,
back.
I was busy playing around with memes and suddenly I didn't have a Cavalier of Thorns anymore.
Right. It's an interesting, hard question what to do here. I think you gang block. Okay. Just because you're a little close and uncomfortably low. And next turn, you just deploy a bunch of stuff. You have to drop out, of course, the Registar. Your plan is to kill them, not next turn, but the turn after with the Registar Embers. Yeah. That is your path to victory here. So you want to get out as much as you can. Don't forget you can get 2 mana from the elf if you drop a creature first.
That. And we want to do this.
That's a fine creature to start with. And now you get 2 mana because you'll have to manually tap it. And now you can drop the Registar because you need that out. And you've got 4 left. That looks like a good plan.
Rankle.
Mm-hmm. You remember you can't swing because they've got double reach back there.
Reach. So we're just...
And you got 1 card for discarding.
Holding tight, and we Embercleave next turn.
You could have actually swung with the Orzos because nobody blocks that thing.
Oh, true.
You might as well have unblockable on it. And if Oppo does nothing, you can either swing with 1 or swing with all. Oppo does something interesting. 17 is more than you can kill, so you don't swing with all.
We can still do the Registar, though. It's awfully hard to beat that. 8 power of double strike.
Well,
ooh.
By the way, see, it's crazy how good it is right now.
Now, does this give us enough? Let's see. 9. Certainly playing this.
I would be tempted to swing with everything except for the 0/3.
Me too. It's even a 1/3. We can swing with the 1/3.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Why not? Hit him.
I mean, this just means like Registar plus Embercleave is enough alone to do the damage. So they've got to really make sure they've got everything covered here. And with Judith causing pings on death, like the math is for blockers here classically.
This is about as good of an example of that as possible.
We know exactly what we're doing. We're throwing Embercleave on a Registar and seeing how it shakes out.
Do we do 18 with it? Okay, let's go for 18 damage.
Got to let them pass priority first, but then yes.
Oh, they're still thinking. Sorry,
Yeah, I didn't get any preview cards, Mama. That's all right. They do right by me. I get invited to most of the stuff. I'll earn my preview cards someday. Yeah, Embercleave gives double strike and trample. It's not a particularly fair Magic card. That's the thing. Winning combat isn't even good for them because of Judith.
Mm-hmm. So they reduced it to 50.
This is fun. I don't even know if we win. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Let the computer do the math.
Yeah, we win.
Yes, we win. Hooray for not doing math.
All right, we're gonna run one more time with this deck because it deserves more than one play.
You want to run versus another player?
Yeah, let's find. All right, Dionysus, you want to play? I didn't get to, or maybe Mama, since I didn't get to redeem your. Thank you, Fiddles, for the sub. Let's see who's on. All right, well, I'm gonna. Oh, Raptors, Raptor, are you on? No, Raptor's off. Tron's on. I'm gonna challenge Tron. Let's see if Tron's available. I'm just making this up. I don't know how it works. Looks like right now Tron is receiving the challenge. Oh, I'm on left monitor? No. I think I was on Battlefield. No, we're Oh, did we get there? No. Oh, I see what you're saying. When you said you're on, I thought you were talking about me. All right, well, Tron's not around. If anybody has a quick username to give me, I'll challenge. But if not, I'm going to jump back in the queue so we keep playing here. All right, back in the queue. We got to get ourselves hooked up because it's nice to talk to you while we're playing, though. So maybe not, but we could challenge each other too, Jay. Let's go.
Let's play one more queue and call that good. I have to go to the DMV today anyway.
Yeah, I got to finish up my. I'm getting a passport update. Similar thing.
Yeah.
Travel documents.
For those of you who don't know, Washington has a new driver's license. I have to go in to get, which is a royal pain.
Everybody loves the DMV.
Yes.
Man, what's this turn one grazer crap when we're trying to be butchering and stuff? Look, I may be going out of the country early next year. Yeah, I don't know for sure yet, but just in case, I'm gonna get that taken care of. Let's go with Robber. Yeah, sure.
Robber is good call, but no swing.
Yeah, nothing worth attacking. Might as well threaten to block this human.
But at least, Guru, you should be happy to consider both sides have Embercleaves in this fight.
We'll go ahead and butcher as they may offer a trade and we can decide whether we want to go for the light up the stage or just kill the other human. Okay, they're going for the robber. All right, fair enough.
Good
yeah,
enough.
Just trying to get set up to eventually get a light triggered off. Although next turn, depending on what they do, we may just go butcher. But if they go land Lovestruck Beast, that could be trouble.
If they're a little land, they're land starved. This was not good for them.
So how do we best pressure them with that?
Two more butchers.
Just 2 more butchers and go.
2 more butchers. Can't block because they can't afford to lose their innkeeper, and they can't not block because butchers.
Can't take out the grazer, so we'll go face here.
Yeah. But you're growing now. And more importantly, you can Embercleave on the next turn if you... Well, not anymore.
Yeah, nope. Oh, exiled 2. That's nice for them.
But swinging with...
We're going to Rankle and Dread Horde, and we're going to draw. If we find a mountain, we'll be able to light up the stage.
I think that seems good. I hate to give them extra card
That's
draw. That's
true. Maybe we shouldn't unscrew them. Is it that... And we can sack the Grazer and sack the Butcher.
I
think we do that. Sort of a
toss. No.
You don't want to do that?
I would not do the double sacrifice. Okay. Not here.
Well...
Ugh. This one's tough.
Let's not give them anything. Let's just be done.
Okay,
Let's just not do anything.
Yep,
Let's just take the 3.
This was me listening to Greed.
Yeah, you can't really double Evercleave unless you have one of the cards that ignores the legendary rule. But we do get to double attack and Embercleave here.
Absolutely.
That seems pretty
double
good.
Attack and Embercleave. Wait till
I should have waited till they blocked, but now they can do it or not. I don't even.
You would have blocked the other way.
Yeah. I kind of like getting all the damage in, but shouldn't give them the choice. Give them the info.
No, you should. Well, you would have punched through.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Do we want to do that now? No sacrifice. Now they've got the land, though.
Wait. You're going to get a double activate.
Right.
Do the sacrifice.
Oh, double activate. Yeah.
Creature. Sacrifice creatures here, and draw cards. So I would go for another draw card here.
And keep Rankle, though?
Weirdly.
Gotta keep Rankle, right?
Yeah, keep Rankle. Right.
Oh, got a land, but not the light up the stage land, unfortunately.
Either way, you're still threatening lethal 2 ways. They just don't realize it.
Yeah, and the red-green deck does have some play against flying. They need the Domri's ambush would have...
But you still drop out a Rankle.
Oh, yeah, because we drew one. I didn't even see that. I was just like looking at them.
Right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's why you were just pushing all in.
Yeah, Rankle with... I hadn't thought of that. The double activation on Embercleave. That's sweet. It's a fun little interaction awesome. There. Nice.
Anyway, I thought you'd enjoy that deck. It's, I mean, it kind of seems like it would be the regular black-red, but it's not quite.
Yeah, a little twist.
And it's a lot of fun.
Like it.
Yeah. Just fair warning, if you try and play it in tournaments, it's a little bit unstable. It has its good days. It has its bad days.
Yeah, it looks like a good grinding deck where you don't really care if you lose and you just kind of move on to the next game real quick. So I think I like it for that purpose a lot.
Yeah, and again, no ovens.
Yeah, they're on Stream Deck. Yep. So if you deck it right now, you can find it there. And then I always forget our command for brewing decks. What is it? Brewing? No. I can't remember. I should figure out what that is. Maybe it's decks plural. That's just a StreamBot thing. I'll do it manually here. I'm gonna give you our. So, this won't do it for you either. Never mind. I just have to remember my commands, but I don't right now. But if you go to my YouTube, basically every one of my YouTube videos has a block of text in it that has all these links and stuff. So there's the link to the MTG Goldfish page of the Going Optimal decks is available in the YouTube comments, in the YouTube notes, so you can do that. But I'm going to thank Jay for joining us. Are you still here, Jay? All right. I was like stumbling around there for a second, but I wanted to say a proper farewell and a thank you. Jay just donates his time to us on Friday afternoons, and I feel very fortunate for his kindness in that regard, and I always enjoy seeing what he's come up with. So a couple new decks.
Always my pleasure.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem. Catch you later, Ryan. Later, everybody. Bye-bye.
And I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube now, and we'll figure out who we're going to raid. See you, YouTube.